National Unity Day, which put an end to the civil war in Tajikistan, is celebrated each year throughout Tajikistan. A few days prior to the National Unity Day, various ceremonies are held in the previous war-torn areas of Tajikistan to commemorate this day.
We celebrate the National Unity Day each year on June 27, just like today. Let us say that on this day of all days, may God bestow on us unity and amity for the development of Tajikistan.
Following the collapse of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics and the independence of Tajikistan, while newly independent republics of the Soviet Union, such as Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan, were on the way of political and economic order, reforms and development, the civil war brought disaster to Tajikistan, killing more than 50,000 people, wrecking the country's economy and leading to a brain drain.
These beautiful streets which you are witnessing now were full of bloodshed and violence during the 5-year civil war. May God keep us away from such bloodshed.
According to the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, 600,000 Tajik people were internally displaced and at least 80,000 sought refuge outside the country, mostly in Afghanistan. Tensions began in the spring of 1992 after opposition members took to the streets in protest at the results of the 1991 presidential election. Tension between supporters of the government and the opposition parties intensified to the point where different factions took up weapons. Less than a year after independence, Tajikistan was engulfed in civil war. With the mediation of United Nations and the countries in the region, especially Iran and Russia, finally President Rahman from the government side and the United Tajik opposition leader Said Abdullah Nuri gathered around a table and signed the general agreement on the establishment of peace and national accord in Tajikistan on June 27, 1997 in Moscow that ended a 5-year civil war in the country. By the end of the war, Tajikistan was in a state of complete devastation. In addition to the incalculable human costs of civil war, Tajikistan's physical infrastructure and economy were in disarray, and its GDP decreased by more than half of the total during the civil war.
May all days be Unity and Peace Day. Unity cannot be purchased cheaply. We must protect this hard-earned unity and peace and refrain from conflict and violence.
Tajikistan now faces the twin tasks of post-civil war peace building and reconstruction and is managing the problems facing the country amid the global economic crisis. More importantly, it needs national unity more than any time. Despite formidable challenges in the aftermath of a deadly civil war, Tajikistan is continuing down the road toward peace and recovery to pave the way for its development. Jinan Abdullaeva, reporting for Press TV, Dushanbe.